Yo guys, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. I'm AidanMCJ. Today's video is fitting the side skirts to the Drift Build WRX Impreza wagon. So these are the side skirts that Jake is just messing with right now. In the background, they're made out of ABS plastic, so they are the actual proper thing, basically, kind of, you know.
Still universal.
Still universal, but you know, a little bit better. Very, very shiny. They look massive for some reason, but when they are actually on the car, we have test fitted them. They do look all right, to be fair. Jake's going to put them together now. We'll film a little bit of that, and then we'll start putting it on the car. So as we can see, this is how Jake's putting them together. Put a screw in each hole, and then I think two more up the other end for the fatter bit, that bit there.
They're already pre-threaded and they're just slot together.
Pre-threaded?
Yeah,
nice.
Got threads on them, just slot together.
It's very nice.
Very nice.
Very good quality. So how much were these, Jake?
Give me 1 second. I'll tell you amongst the other many eBay things I have.
So what else are we doing as well, just for the viewers?
Well, we've done the coilovers, done the exhaust, done the steering wheel, done the boost gauge, done pretty much all that stuff, done the service. I've got to fit an air filter, which has come today. Fitting these side skirts. After that, it'll pretty much be, I think, get the wheels and tyres, and probably do the start doing the rear wheel drive conversion in the month.
And you were saying earlier that the rear wheel drive conversion is going to be a 370Z or 350Z now?
I'm going to keep the WRX stuff in at the moment, but as a lot of Subaru owners know, the stuff's really weak and you end up breaking drive shafts. So I think I broke 6 in 1 month. So yeah. I will be upgrading probably to a 350Z rear diff and shafts. It's the only downside is I'm going to have to send that away to have a custom subframe made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
But at the moment, for now. Oh, I brought some seat rails, so I'm going to get probably some bride bucket seats and Taka harnesses and maybe a harness bar. Okay. I'm still going to keep the rear seats just so it's practical. So how much were the side skirts? They was £55.
Yeah, that's not bad.
With free posting.
Some universal ones.
Yeah, 1 second it loads. Give me a second, ignore all this stuff. There you go.
There you go, there's the listing, guys. Yeah, nice. Not too bad. Not too
Thinking of these
shabby.
Seats.
Oh, nice. Oh yes, drift car. So basically what we've got to do with these side skirts, we've got to put them all together like Jake is now. Then we've got to measure them up on the car, and then we've got to cut them down as well, just to make sure that they are a flush fit. As they are, what are they, 2.2 metres long?
2.2 metres long.
Jesus Christ, that's a long ass side skirt. Mine weren't even near that size, but obviously this is the Impreza wagon, remember, so obviously they're going to be a bit longer than the usual. As we can see from the side of the car, you didn't really see it much when we did the coilovers, but it's nicely sat on the Subaru now. He was on about lowering the back a tiny little bit more. Not sure on what his plan is as of now. What's your plan, Jake? Go on.
I'm going to lower it until look level. See the tyre arch on the arch. Yeah.
Nice. But it does look loads better than it was before on the standard coil and spring suspension. The coilovers have proper settled it, and it drives loads better now as well. A little bit harsher, I'd say a little bit harsher, but not too much to cry about. So that is both of the side skirts all done up. Now we're going to have to measure it up on the car with a tape measure, then measure these, and then cut them down to shape and size, and then put them on the car. As we can see again, Dilla's got his Civic on the ramp. This is where the car lives. And today he is going to be fitting these coilovers. Let's have a look. Oh. Oh! Yo, these are going to be the most colourful part of your car.
300 quid, no.
300 quid for them? Mate's got a fucking bargain! So we're going to measure up the actual side skirts on the car with the tape measure. How long are they, Jake?
Oh, give me a second. I'm trying to work out what.
Come on, mate, come on!
177.5 centimetres, so 1.7 metres.
Right, so now we've got to measure up the actual sills so that we know how long to cut them from the bottom. It's a good idea to have a marker to hand, guys, so that you can mark exactly where the right measurement is so that you can cut them. Jake isn't that good at forward thinking, so he hasn't done so.
Cut to the other side of this line.
So we're not going to bother measuring both sides, guys, because it should be exactly the same on the car. Obviously we're going to measure the differences between these. So we're going to start with this one that we've marked off here, guys. This one, we've already marked it off. You can't really see the markings. There you go, there. There you go. We're going to put this on the car first, just to be 100% sure of the right length before we cut it, and then we're going to get to cutting, and then we're going to do the other side.
Probably best to do it with a white marker so you can actually see. Oh no, it's not bad actually.
So we've test fitted the side skirt. Now Jake is going to score it with the Stanley blade, and then we're going to use our circular saw to go through it. You can also use, well, you could probably go through it with a Stanley blade, to be honest, but the best way is probably just a normal hand saw. Would probably be the best option. So Jake has just come up with a good idea, and I quite agree with it, to be honest. To make these off-cut bits, because we just cut the side skirt down to length, maybe use them as rear spats. I've never really seen that on a Subaru, to be fair. I haven't really looked.
I've seen them.
I haven't seen that before.
I've seen them, but you've got to buy them, they're quite expensive. I mean, what's it look like?
Yeah, we'll cut them up some other day and see what they look like. So we're just going to use a Stanley blade to tidy up the edges as they got melted from the saw, because obviously it creates quite a lot of heat cutting through plastic. So we're going to tidy that up and then we'll put them on the car. So I've tidied up the end of the side skirt with the Stanley blade, and then we're going to go cut the second one now, and then tidy that up and then start fitting them. Right, so on this side skirt, as you can see in front of us, we have 2 of these longer brackets and 4 of the smaller brackets to fit to the side skirt that goes on the car. It also stops the side skirt from flexing so much, which is a really good idea. I didn't think that these kind of priced bits of side skirt would come with these kind of brackets to straighten them out a bit, which is a really good thing. So, oh dear, these screws are Phillips as well, so really easy to fit. Not them Torx bits that some places supply and they're really crap. So yeah, and there's loads more spare screws, so don't be afraid to if you lose any. So before we do actually put them on, we're going to pre-drill some little holes so that it's easier to put the screws in. Then we're going to screw them in a tiny bit and then line them up on the car, and then obviously continue screwing into the car. So the first of the 2 is half on. Put the 1 bracket up there with 2 bolts in and 2 screws in, and we've also put a bracket on either side of this. Can't really film too much of this because obviously I've got to hold the side skirt up while Jake is screwing the screws in, and then we'll get back to you when this side's on, and then we'll start working on the second one. So that is the one side done, and that's what it looks like when it's on the car. We'll have a look from the back as well. Yeah, that looks loads better. Big beefy fucking side skirts, yo! Yeah, that looks loads better. I like that. I like that a lot. So let's go to work on the other side. So what Jake has done on his, he's put 8 out of the original kit, or 10, and then 4 self tappers just to make it a little bit more secure, as obviously you don't want it coming off. and also like there is a bit of a risk of like treading on it, so it's just a little bit more secure. On the car when it's got a couple more in, but you've got plenty of screws in the kit supplied, so you'll be able to get it just as secure on your own car. So that's what it looks like on the ground. Look how sick that looks. Yo, that looks proper good, that does. Yeah, I like that. That looks loads better. And I am also, while he's not here, I'm trying to persuade him to get one of them little spoilers on the back, because I think that'd proper finish off the look. So if I can persuade him to get it, then it will go on alright. And that is the other side on. Took us about 20 minutes to do this side. It was a little bit quicker on this side as we knew what we were doing. But yeah, so let's get it on the deck and see what it looks like. Now the car is on the ground. Look how sick that looks. It's a little bit dark now. We tried to put more lights on so we can see it, but look how sick they look. That's actually proper bang for your buck, that is. What do you reckon, Jake? You like it?
Yeah.
Looks sick, doesn't it?
Yeah, little subtle things, isn't it?
50 quid for something that changes the whole look of your car. Absolutely, absolutely sick. So the side skirts are on, looks absolutely sick. You can look behind there, that looks sick. So if you enjoyed the videos, then please do put a like and comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace!
Pull up in the gold I'm leading. But them other man ain't feeding. I don't wanna go Bombay. Them I don't know what I do when I go from Beeling. Leading the pack in black and I'm on with the bag. Snapping with a phone and dab. Boss up on my